Okay. Sorry about those technical difficulties, but we are here. It's been a couple of weeks since we shared with you guys how we've been losing our money,
Long
and we're
weeks.
back at it today, talking about Week 8 college football matchups. And I have my friends Alex and Corey here again. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, for hopping in the chat. Be sure to hit that like and let us know what your bets of the week are. But Corey, Alex, how are you guys doing on this Friday?
I'm doing great. It's bye week. I was going to do this, but Trojans down for the Trojans. So, yeah, doing great. I'm excited to watch some college football with no stress this weekend because Notre Dame's on a bye.
Same with Colorado, too. I think it's a great time to get into betting if you've never gone into betting because you can wash away all your sorrows from the horrible loss last week. But there's still some really good games around the league, around the United States this week. So
That's right.
I visited my one of my really good friends who covers Ohio State this past weekend. And if you remember, David, way back when Coach Prime became the head coach, you were super pumped. So you gave hats away to all your friends to make them Colorado Buffalo fans. And you gave him a hat and he never looked at it for months. And then I visited him 6 months ago and he just had his hat on the table. And last week, he still had this hat with the tag on it on the table. He's never worn it. I said, this is not okay. So I took the hat from him. So next week, I will wear the hat that you gave him because someone who cares about Colorado should be wearing this hat.
Wow.
I love that.
Well, I love to hear that, man. I love to hear that. I can't wait to see you with that Prime Colorado hat on. You're going to look great.
I will.
Yeah. And again, before we get into jumping in on all of our bets of the week or matchups that we're looking at, everybody's welcome in Buff Nation, man. I don't care if you got another team you root for, whatever. This whole thing's supposed to be fun. Come along and follow the show with us. But yeah, let's get into it. Betting, man, it's tough. But in the words of this random guy that I met in Vegas when I was there for Summer League, man, I didn't hit all my bets, but there's always the opportunity to hit all my bets tomorrow. And, that's why this is one of my favorite vices. So
that's facts. Hey, you got to spend money to make money, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you did great in Las Vegas. So
I did do great in Las Vegas. That's exactly what happened. I didn't hit any of my bets on Friday, hit all my bets on Saturday. But without further ado, let's start with Corey, your picks of the week as I get into sharing my screen here.
Let's go. All right. So let's start off with the Big Ten. I love Penn State plus 5.5. I think that Drew Allar is going to have a big game. I think he has something like 12 touchdowns, no interceptions so far this year. Everybody's really ranting and raving about this Ohio State secondary, which I do think they're a quality secondary. I just think that Penn State, you give Penn State 5.5 points. I think this is going to be a field goal game. I think this might be a 2-point game, 4-point game. So I actually have 5.5 on FanDuel. I see 4.5 there, but I'll take the 5.5 all day.
And okay. Alex, give me your take on this matchup.
I think Penn State is going to win by 2 touchdowns against Ohio State. Mainly just because of what that Garrett guy just said to me. So
right.
That Garrett guy.
I don't know. I don't think Ohio State, they had Notre Dame, which I think Notre Dame was off their game, but I don't think Ohio State had a really good test for their offense, and their offense has gone by for all year. So I would also take the Penn State over here.
Let's look at that first bullet point. Penn State has covered in 6 of the last 7 meetings with Ohio State. Come on. Give me those 5.5 points.
Yeah.
So the line is now at 5.5, not 4.5 when this was published.
Yep.
Dang. Okay. Let me check on this really quick with DraftKings.
I'm looking at it now, and it's 5.5.
Because I am going to be building a $5 parlay as we talk, where hopefully I can win like $1,000 if it were to all miraculously hit.
This one would be good. If you just pick Penn State winning, you're getting plus like 170 odds there, and that's going to already give you a ton. So
Penn State is plus 164 right now. Money line minus 110. DraftKings still has the line at plus 4.5.
Yeah.
But man, it is tough to go with the team on the road coming in Ohio State. When was the last time they lost a home game?
Not this year.
Michigan?
Yeah, last year Michigan would be.
They got their tails handed to them by Michigan.
Yeah. But like that's the thing about teams where they get all the top 5 recruits is they're gonna win like every home game except they'll lose the ones that matter to get them in the playoffs. So
yeah, I just think 5.5 points. Like I think that's way too much. I think if this line was like, Penn State +2, Penn State +3, then that would make sense. But
if you I try and look at which team is more talented more than like the home away kind of crap, and I think Penn State is definitely a more talented team. I mean, Ohio State's talented too. That's why they're number 3 seed, but you'll see it.
Yeah, but Garrett brings up a great point here. We do have James Franklin coaching Penn State.
all this talk though, can we pump the brakes on Kyle McCord? Like he's not Justin Fields. He's not Dwayne Haskins. He's not like, I don't know. A lot of this coverage I'm seeing, questionable coverage from like some of these websites that cover Ohio State football,
like 11 Warriors or something.
Yeah, I think there's one like that. I thought it was called 10 Warriors, maybe 11 Warriors. Yeah. 10. But yeah, I don't know. It's questionable. Everybody's wanting to crown Kyle McCord, king.
Yeah.
I think we just need to pump the brakes on that a little bit.
And also with what Garrick says, isn't Ryan Day or whatever his name is, isn't he like might lose his job because he can't win the big game? So
hey man, I think it's tough to hold on to that seat if you go 0-3 against Michigan.
This is the problem with Ohio State people. They just are always in denial, and they just want to diss Michigan whenever something bad happens to Michigan.
Right. People are asking, man. People are asking.
All right, let's move on because we're crunched for time. So, Corey, give me another matchup you have on your radar for this week.
Let's stick in the Big Ten, and I want to talk about the most prolific offense in the United States of America, and that is the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Dang,
the Iowa Hawkeyes are -3.5 on FanDuel right now, so I don't know what ESPN has listed.
Who
but
are they playing?
Iowa's playing Minnesota. So I am not rowing the boat. I'm going with Iowa -3.5.
Do you think that's
throw in the under? Throw in the under. Come on, let's go. It's fun. Throw in the under.
Game total is 32.5 points.
Well, David, do you think a lot of your like people who are watching you right now like know about the whole contract thing with offensive coordinator that he has to get,
explain that.
So basically the offensive coordinator it has to get an average of like 25 points this season or else he's going to get fired because he's the coach's son, so the coach won't fire his son. So right now they're at like 21 points or something. So they're low. So right now this offensive coordinator is going to get fired if he doesn't do better. So I think against Minnesota, he's going to throw in all the plays to try and make it. So I would do the over for this game because I think Iowa is going to they have to start getting some points or else this guy's going to get fired.
Yep.
Ooh, we lost you.
David. Oh, David's muted. Yeah. So we got Iowa -3.5. So that kind of wraps up my Big Ten bets. But
you didn't tell me Indiana Rutgers because that's the game I'm going to because I'm my brother-in-law plays for their band, so I have to watch them at 12 o'clock. Yeah. So I have no clue what to do. I would
rather watch a Michigan game than watch that game, and that says a lot about me as a Notre Dame fan.
I'm miserable too, Corey. I'm like, yeah. I don't know what bet to do because both teams suck. So if anyone in the chat wants to tell me what I should do when I go to this horrible game in Indiana, please let me know.
Yeah,
dude, bet for the over, man.
Of 39 points.
Yeah.
Both are known for their
always
defense.
fun to root for the over. Always fun to root for the over.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you can go to the next one.
All right. So I also really like Tennessee plus 8.5. So we got the Vols. Shout out to my sister, a UT grad. Knoxville is an awesome place to visit, fun place to be. So we have Tennessee plus 8.5 at Bama. Well, actually, it looks like on ESPN site they would give them at 9.5. So that line must have moved. But again, it's kind of the same thing every week. Like I will not believe that Alabama's offense is elite or quarterback play is elite until I can see it. So until we see that, I'm going to be pretty much taking the points for whatever team they play that week, because I think, Tennessee can keep this to a 1-score game, a 7-point game, a 6-point game, something like that. What do you guys think?
I like that bet. Right now, DraftKings has them at plus 8.5 as well. I don't know if I can go with the money line. It is intriguing though. Plus 260.
Alabama has never gone wrong for me, but Tennessee very well could have won that game last week, and I think this spread would have been very different if they had won. So,
but are you guys convinced? Like, am I crazy? Like, have you guys watched Alabama's quarterback play? Like, it's been okay. Like, it's
average. It's like
been
Ohio
okay.
State.
Okay.
Yeah, like
hasn't been great.
Yeah, I would, but their defense is. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like that it's above it. Whenever I'm seeing a spread like this against two teams that are ranked, if it's above 7 points, that means you have a touchdown spread in that way. And I think that those are safer bets. So I think what Corey's telling you all is a very safe bet to do, and also from a big matchup. So
yeah,
I think that actually might be my bet I do this week.
Yeah, and if you want to make it do a little sprinkle, it's like, okay, put these bets in a parlay. Take Penn State plus 5.5 and Iowa minus 3.5 and Tennessee and throw it in a parlay, and then boom, $5 into 15, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Corey, I am building a parlay off of your picks, which is going to be a lot of fun. So right now we have taken Iowa with the points, taken Tennessee with the points, taken Penn State with the points. That's a $5 parlay for $34.78 right now. Let's keep building. Let's move on to your next.
Why don't you have the Indiana University over total points?
I'm not betting that game unless I'm at that game.
Next one I have is Oregon, Washington State. So,
ooh, that will be a fun matchup.
So we have Oregon, Washington State. That's a big number, right? That's a big number. Minus 20. So plus 20 for Washington State.
It's because they got destroyed by Arizona at home last week, Washington State.
I know, but when I see a big number, like it's college football, when I see a big number like 20, I'm like, okay, 20 points, give me that. Like, give me that number, because Oregon's coming off an emotional week, right? Oregon just lost a stunner to Washington. You could argue that they should have won that game, right? I think that 20 points is a lot. That I'll take Washington State plus 20.
Do you sometimes, when it's big ones like this, you think it might be smarter to watch a little bit of the game and then decide the bet is? I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. I like the live bet of the spread, because like you said, you watch the half of the first quarter and you can kind of see like, okay, did they come to play or did they not?
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see that. So I like that. Monitor. That's one that's worth monitoring the first quarter and bet the live spread.
There was, I think it was like the third Colorado game where they got destroyed. No, I don't want you to remember that. But like Colorado, that because the other team already scored like 2 touchdowns, the total point spread was at like 80. And I was like, I don't think Colorado's going to score that much this game. And then I did the under, and I easily made money that game after seeing a little bit of it.
Well, Alex, it's crazy that Oregon is 5-0 against the spread right now as a favorite this season.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Alex, so you're telling me to go against that.
Alex, there's several. I'm getting messages that people are questioning your credibility and some of your statistics. So I don't know if you want to respond to that.
I think that they're all just haters. I think this has probably been the most statistical smartness I've ever felt I have shown on this.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay, well, we got 13 minutes here. let's get to the next.
All right. So now this one, okay. So I've given you a lot of very logical, right? Like solid picks so far, right? So
Yes.
let's go. Let's have fun with this. My spite bet of the week: Army money line against LSU, crushing the hearts of Brian Kelly and crushing the hearts of the LSU faithful.
Wow. That's sad.
They're minus 30.
So so you throw $10 on that, you win $200. So it's not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen, right? But you sprinkle $5 on it, and then you can root for Army. You can root for our nation, right? Support the men,
Wow.
and let's go, Army, go Army, beat LSU.
Wow, that's
David,
a great.
you do realize when you put this on your $5 bet, your parlay, you are now
Don't-
definitely going.
Yeah,
to
you
lose.
can't.
No,
you can't
I
you
can't do
include
it.
this one.
I can't do it.
No, you can't include this one.
I can't include this. You got any more for us? What you think about Utah and USC?
I'm not touching that game. I don't know what's going to happen in that game. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you guys are the one who's always telling me how great Utah. You and Garrick are telling me how great Utah is, and Utah this, Utah that, and then Oregon State comes out. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. You're the Pac guy. So you tell me what you think, David.
Dude, I'm with you on this one. If it was a double-digit point spread right now for USC or something like that, I'd feel a little bit better at taking the dog coming in there. But Utah's offense has been inconsistent. They're going to need the offense to keep up with USC. The good news for Utah is that they are going up against USC's defense, but I don't want to bet that one either.
Yeah. Did you guys see the video of Kayla Williams responding to people talking about that fan who ran up to him after the Notre Dame game?
No.
So there's a funny video where, because after the Notre Dame game, one of the fans ran up to him and was like, "Let me see that nail polish now. Let me see it and nail polish now." And because last year he had wrote FND on his nail polish.
Yeah.
And somebody asked him about it this week, and he just goes, "Oh, everybody wants to be in these size 12.5 shoes, and all the haters, and I'm a lion, and I don't concern myself with the opinion of sheep." And so
very interesting, the NFL.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see him and Lincoln Riley go together.
That game I want to talk about right there.
Go for it, Alex. Go.
Okay. I'm very curious. So we assumed Michigan was going to crush Michigan State, but with everything that's been going on in the news, plus 24 is already a lot. Do you think Michigan is going to be wavered at all, or do you think they're going to be good enough to perhaps make that spread? I wouldn't pick them for the money, but do we think Michigan State actually might have a chance?
No, I think Michigan's gonna probably beat the crap out of him, as much as I hate to say it.
Or Michigan State might not even play the game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 24 points, that's so many points. But I mean, they are going up against the number 2 team in the nation. I have no idea. I don't want to bet that one either.
And Michigan State's the home team. But what was the score for the Michigan State-Michigan game last year? Granted, Michigan State had a better team, but
yeah, and they're without their head coach now. I don't know. But right now, guys, this is what I have for my $5 parlay. Let's wrap this up, as we all have meetings to get to. But right now, I got Iowa, Tennessee, Penn State, Washington State with the points, with my profit boost. That is $5 for 98. We got to keep this thing going a little bit more.
Well, you got to do one of those crazy ones to make it higher. So do the Michigan State spread.
How about UCF plus 17.5? Because we all hate Oklahoma, right?
Dude, I don't want to. Dude, I bet Oklahoma covers that though.
You think so?
Do some of the money.
UCF is bad this year.
Do some of the money ones that are easy,
it's
Florida
Dylan
State.
Gabriel revenge game.
Let me see what else we got here.
Pick Florida State to just win.
Florida State's plus Texas going against Houston.
Yeah, you just got to add some of those like pretty obvious wins, and then it'll look better. Yeah, like Texas, pick the Texas money, pick the Michigan State money.
Yeah, I'll go money line on these guys. I think that's smart.
Pick
All
the
right, so-
Michigan money.
Good luck on the parlay, and I'll catch you guys later.
All right, thanks, Corey. We appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Have a fun college football weekend, everybody.
How did
Thanks,
the
man. You
balloons
too.
happen? That was cool.
Hmm?
Did you see the balloons? Balloons were just on my screen. Never
Dude,
seen
I
that.
think Air Force beating Navy, that will happen. Air Force
Yeah.
is good. Air Force is undefeated.
Pick Washington money just because they're like my third favorite team.
Wow, they're your third favorite team.
Now they are. They're fun to
Dude,
watch.
I don't want to pick Florida State, man. I can't trust them.
Okay, don't do that one. Why don't you go back to your Texas roots and pick Texas to beat Kansas State? That'll be a tough one.
They're not playing Kansas State.
Well, Texas Christian is. Sorry, you got to say the whole name. I learned that about college football.
Yes. No, I don't like that one. Where is the Texas matchup? I need to. No, not North Texas.
I don't even see Texas on here. What about Texas against Houston?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that.
Houston. But let's see how many legs this is. This is an 8-pick parlay. I still want to get to 10.
Okay, I know a team. It's called the Indiana Rutgers.
I'm not betting on Indiana or Rutgers. I wish the Buffs were playing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I wish people were actually watching this one so they could help me with my dilemma.
Yeah, I guess so. Since we got a game tonight, would be fun to bet SMU taking care of business.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll get Friday one more.
What
see
about
who else is a big favorite?
Wait, did you click the parlay builder thing?
No, but right now, let's see what my $5 bet is at. So if it hits, that's $158 right now. That's pretty nice.
How much is it?
Or $148.
That's only how much you're getting?
Because some of these are big favorites. But if
I know.
If I take like,
if you do some of the shocking ones.
Yeah, or if I just go straight money line for all these.
Did you see the tweet of the guy last week who like correctly got 5 upsets? He was in prison and he made enough money to like get on parole. It was kind of funny.
No, but that's amazing and awesome.
Yeah.
But let's see. I think that's really about it. Maybe I'll take the over on points here with Texas Tech and BYU too. So we put all this together, and what do we got? We got a $5 parlay.
It's also $5. If you switch it to 10, it's going to look a lot better too. What do you think has a better chance of? What do you think has a better chance of hitting this year? This parlay or your March Madness bracket?
Dude, definitely this. I can't pick March Madness to save my life.
Yeah, I'm always bad at it too. It's those 5-12 seeds, man.
All right, I'm going to bet this, and we'll see how it goes. Again, this is not betting advice.
This is definitely not betting. I think the best betting advice that Corey gave probably was, what was that? 8.51, the Alabama game. I really like that Tennessee pick.
All right, so there we go. Got my $5 bet in for the week, and we'll see how that goes. But it should keep me interested, hopefully, in a lot of the games this week. But Alex, I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah,
man.
hit the like, the like and subscribe, and if you think Garrick's gonna kill me because of my because I'm a Buffs fan now and I took his hat, then you might not see me next week. So
Exactly, man. I want to say hi really quick to Keck, Andrew, Bodie, everybody tuning in, Garrick, of course. But yeah, 10 game parlay. You know, every blue moon, man, you'll hit it, man. So that that's what's fun. I hit an 8-leg parlay when I was in Vegas for Summer League this past weekend or this past summer, and that was a lot of fun. So if any blue moon you hit on these things, it's always fun. But $5 a week to just be a little bit more interested in football, that's what I'm about, man.
That's why we're here.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, but he said, but if you do take a 2-team teaser, what even is a teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like tease, you say.
Yeah,
So
and tease down to win. I'm gonna look at this right now.
Take a 2-team teaser. Yeah, you can let your fans know later in your next video if you decide to do that.
Yeah. It involves an exchange of points for volume.
Can you even do that on DraftKings?
Yeah, you can, but I've never clicked on it before. Tease down the point spread by 6. Well, I got $5 more to play with, so maybe I'll do that. But guys, I'll be back on for a show with Bird's Eye View today at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, or 5:05 rather. So
he's great
about the Buffs. Yes,
he's a really good guy.
Yeah, y'all be sure to tune in for that. Again, Alex, thanks for joining, and can't wait to see. Hopefully, we got some money to talk about that we win this next week, right?
Go IU Rutgers. Who knows?
Exactly. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all later.
Peace.